down, please, Arlen. A little brighter. Here comes Lacey. Hey, Samadhi, there's some seats in the front that are empty. If you feel like coming closer to the stage, please do, so you can all have a nice, beautiful experience. What do you think, Samir? It's good? Thumbs are up, both thumbs up? Shabash. Arlen, can I get a little bit of the house lights on, please, just so I can see everyone here? Thank you. Vasudev. Vasudev literally means the world is one family. Vasudev is rooted in the word. Vasana, to exist in the bliss of day, of light, one family. This whole idea of having a wedding is to celebrate each other as one. All day long we're separated, all day long. My car, my house, my kids, my bank balance. And from this me, we start up making a couple and we start saying we. And then later on it will become us. And the whole idea behind this whole experience is to become a Vasudev. One big giant family. You're going to become a Vasudev. And then you're going to have little bambinos, they're going to be called Vasudevs. The whole world will become one. We started off, if you open the first writing of the scriptures, the very first letter in the scriptures, the Guru Granth Sahib, is one. Ik. It's not two, it's not three, it's not a million, it's Ik. One. And what one? Omkar. One giant energy. Big bang, boom. Little fragmented people everywhere trying to say they're separate. Forget where the source came from. We started off as one big giant molecule. And now we're divided and divided and divided and divided. And the whole idea behind this celebration is to celebrate as one. You know, every day I get a miracle. And this morning, my miracle was meeting David on the treadmill. Who's David? There's David. David Becker. 5 o'clock in the morning. The early bird gets the worm. The early guy gets the big hug. We got a nice sweaty hug this morning. A real one. And those moments you never forget. Never forget. Because you can line up a date. You can line up a meeting. You can say, I'll see you here for coffee. But when you meet someone with coincidence, I call those daily miracles. And they're happening all the time. But we're so caught up. He didn't text me back. I wanted to, we get so much stuff going on, we forget that the miracle that's playing out right in front of us every moment. What was another miracle? 40 years ago, I was going in a Greyhound bus. I'm going back 40 years. Greyhound bus from Vancouver, Canada to Portland, Oregon. And on the way, all of a sudden, instead of rain, instead of hail, they get freezing rain in Portland all the time. School used to be always off. Freezing rain, no school. First year in chiropractic school. Ooh, I'm going to become a doctor. Yay. On the first day going, I get showered by what? Ash! Mount St. Helens blows up the day I'm going. It took 15 hours for the Greyhound bus to go from Vancouver to Portland. And you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see anything. And I'm thinking, 40 years later, Samir, Surinder, Sunita, Lacey, everyone invite us, and coming back on the flight this time from Vancouver to Portland, we fly over St. Helens. And there's this big giant crater looking at us, telling us, hey Sonny, how are your 40 years? I'm still here. What have you done? What have you done in life in 40 years? 40 years from now, I want to hear something amazing that you two created. Something stunning that no one else has ever done. That's the only reason for pairing up, is you get double the energy, you get double the time, double the enjoyment, double the glory of life. And that's one of the biggest paths in the Sikh tradition, is to find a partner who will flow with you. So we're going to start off with the very first ceremony, which is where both the parents are going to stand up for a prayer. Surinder, Sunita, Pam, David. Can't remember all these names. Come on, Samir, Lacey, stand up. Come to the very front. You two come to the very front, please. There we go. Come very close. Fold your hands together, please. अरदास ओंकार वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। सिद्ध भगवती जी साहिबान, सिद्ध भगवती जी की पातशाही दसवें कीर्तन भगवती सिद्ध के गुरु नानक लेके आए। फिर गुरु अमरदास रामदास सहजन गोविंदो सिंह श्री हराए। श्री हरिकृष्ण जी के आए जिस करते सब लोग जाए एक बहादुर सिंह देकर उन्होंने लाभ सब दसवें पातशाह श्री गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी महाराज पाते वाले अमृत के दाते सब सच देखा जी का ध्यान तक खास जी सर बोलो जी आए। Sri Guru Granth Sahib Parshadarshan Nirakate Antar Khalsa said, Bolo Jivai. Dear Creator, dear Maker, dear Sustainer of all, we stand here with our hands folded, asking for your guidance, for your grace, for your happiness, for your joy, as we start this wedding ceremony of Samir and Lacey. May the last day of the Becker family always have happiness, kindness and joy in their lives, and abundance of health. Guide us through these moments. Say Pyare Nila Janamele Ajita Prupta Nam Chittave. Nanak Naam Chardi Kala Tere Pane Sarbatta Bala. Touch the ground and come back up. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Bole So Nihal Sat Sri Akal. Please be seated in your respective seats. Life is a blink of a second, and yet it can feel like eternity. You know when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, trying to get everything ready for the wedding? This went wrong and that went wrong. That time can feel like forever. And then when you're having a good time, like when you were partying, from 9 to 2 in the morning, zoom by. Where did the time go? This particular scarf in the tradition is called a palla. Palla. It's rooted in the word pal, which means a blink of an eye. This is to remind you too, your relationship can end in a second, or you can prolong it for life. One bad word can ruin the entire relationship. One word. We know relationships, we've had friends, and you said oi or something to them by mistake. Everything was together, and for the rest of their life, you never saw them again. Never even heard from them. We all have that. And at a wedding, part of the journey is to find out rekindling and regrowth and rejuvenation of stuff that went haywire. Everything is going in the same direction. You go from Vancouver here, you go through these rivers and Wadafuka State and the Olympic Peninsula. Everything is wandering, but everything is trying to get to the ocean. Everyone is trying to get to the same place, but their own way. You might disagree, but the best thing you're going to do is find how much you can enjoy the other's disagreement instead of arguing with the disagreement. Samir, I don't know what kind of food you like. I don't know what kind of food Lacey likes. But you're not going to eat the same food. And you're going to be conflicts on certain days. Where shall we go to eat? No, I don't want to have pasta. No, I want to have Japanese food. Right? But at the end of the day, both of you are trying to fill your belly up. That's the end goal. And in between, if you can just remember, the end goal is to enjoy each other. And to actually have fun with each other, as opposed to, I didn't get it my way. Today we'll have pasta, tomorrow we can have Japanese, both are happy. Instead of saying only one in one way. You already set up a winning situation. So in this particular case, David is going to remember, and Pam is going to remember all the tough times Lacey gave him. And all the good times. There's all this thing that happens in life, and from today on, they're going to have a little bit of a moment where they say, Samir's going to take care of Lacey. And likewise, Samir's parents get a beautiful daughter, and David and Pam get a beautiful son. You both get to add a new combination into your life. you get to have a new joy. So we're going to sing this special moment. I'm going to call both David to come up here, Pam in the back, and you're going to place the scarf around their neck, please. I'm going to walk up to the scriptures and read the original text, pin the line properly, please, and then please be seated quietly and listen to the original. Dandot bandana nikbar Sarvkala samarat Dolan tera ko Prabhu Nanak de kar hath Bilal mehla panjwa Charan kamal ka asra dino prabh aap प्रभ शरणागत जन पदे ताका सद प्रताप राखन हार पार प्रभ ताकि निर्मल सेव राम राज रामदासपुर कीने गुरुदेव राव सदा सदा हर ध्याये किछ बिघन न लागे नानक नाम सलाहिए पे दुश्मन भागे सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु जी। सूरी महला चौथा। हर पहल लीला प्रवृत्ति कर्म दृढ़ाया बलराम जियो बाणी ब्रह्मा में धर्म दृढ़ो पाप जाया बलराम जियो धर्म दृढ़ो हर नाम त्याओ सिंह नाम दृढ़ाया सतगुर गुरपुरा राधो सब किल विक पाप गवाया सहज आनंद होवा बड़ पागी मन हर हर मीठा लाया जन कहे नानक लाभ पहली आरंभ का जल चाया हर दूजली लाभ सतगुर पुरख मिलाया बलराम जियो निर्भो पैमन होए हम मैं मैल गवाया बलराम जियो निर्मल पो पाया हर गुण गाया हर वेखे राम हदूरे हर आत्म राम पसारिया स्वामी सर्वदेहा पर पूरे दरबार हर प्रभे को मिला जन मंगल गाए जन नानक दूजी लाभ चलाई अनहद शब्द बजाए हर तीजरी लाभ मन चौंपया बैरागिया बलराम जियो संत जना हर मेल हर पाया बड़ पागिया बलराम जियो निर्मल हर पाया हर गुण गाया मुख बोली हर बाणी संजना बड़ पागी पाया कथिए कथ कहानी हृदय हर 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 पुण्य उपजे हर जपिए मस्तक पाग जियो जन नानक बोले तीजी लावे हर उपजे मन बैराग जियो हर चौथड़ी लाभ मन सहज पिया हर पाया बलराम जियो गुरमुख मिलया सुबाय हर मन तन मीठा लाया बलराम जियो हर मीठा लाया मेरे प्रभ पाया दिन हर लाई मंच दिया फल पाया स्वामी हर नाम बजी बधाई हर प्रभ ठाकुर काज रचाया तन हृदय नाम वेगासी जन नानक बोले चौथी लावे हर पाया प्रभ अविनाशी वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी. Please fold your hands. Place them over your heart the best you can. And I want you to just gently close your eyes as Leela sings the translation of the first passage. Open your eyes. Is Andres here? Andres? Where's the little word? Oh, there you are. Where is it? It's called Olivia. What's the little word? Alia. Aida. Aida, is she there? Is she so quiet? Sleeping. Lovely. She slept through your wedding, guys? Beautiful daughter they have. Absolutely stunning. Sometimes I'm always amazed when there's a room full of 100 people and you can hear your breath. You can hear your silence. It's beautiful. There's going to be some lovely brothers who are going to walk you around. So let's get all the ones who are going to walk around for the first time. You all know who you are. Come on, Adam. Come on. Come on. Now you're shying. We know Mayor's on that side. We know Pawan's right here. I know Andrew's somewhere over here. Richard's somewhere here. Come on. Oh, chalo yaar. Hey, vyah karna ki ki karna? Right in the very front, man. Yeah, you guys stand right over there. You're gonna just mimic it. One of you go in one corner, and just stay here, and you can just sit where you are. Sit right now. There you go. I know you're gonna have to sit on the hard floor. Welcome to India. Oh, now good, go in the middle there. Hun tak badi na gal, pagka sohniya bani hai, you gotta showcase that. That's my boys. That's beautiful. In the olden days, when you got married, the bride came in with a veil and she met her husband for the first time, blindfolded almost. She never saw her husband until she walked in. That's how my parents got married. They walked in, and then they had to the wedding, he took the veil up and he said, "Peekaboo, rest of your life, this is what you get." And because she was wearing a veil, the brothers would escort her around the altar. And this was one way of showing, these are my guardians. You are her guardians for the rest of your life. If she has any problems, you guys have just invested into a big money scheme. She's going to ask for money from you. Whenever there's going to be some issues, she's going to say, "Are you guys going to take me out for dinner? I'll let you walk me around my wedding." There's a joy. There's a joy. So when you walked in, we started off with a particular passage, Govind Gopal, and those groomsmen back there were swaying like they were rappers or something. They were just so much into the rhythm and the groove. I love you. I'm going to give you 4 simple messages for your life. Very heavy step, and we're going to something very simple. Govind is the first mantra. Govind. Can everyone say that? Govind. Govind comes from the root word bind, which means the start or the beginning of life. Everything in life starts with an egg and a sperm in a form. Everything. And it starts in a microscopic level, you don't see it. Everything. Govind means the creator of this energy, the entire life force. Surgeon sitting here, doctor sitting here. You do your thing, you cut them up, and you paste them up. Then you leave it. You can't go and say, I'm going to put the life force back in. That's the Govind. Even the biggest surgeon is always looking for Govind. Please make this surgery be successful. You do that before and after. Please bring the life force. Not him. Chet says, not me. In life, if you can tap into your Govind, into your life force, everything flows. But once you start thinking that you are bigger than the force, everything is a resistance. Everything in life becomes a trouble. Everywhere you'll go, there'll be resistance. And you won't notice it until you realize you're being played. You're being played and you think you're the controller. You don't even know when you're going to sneeze. And yet you think you can control everyone else's thoughts. So the day you surrender and say, I am going to tap into Govind. I'm going to be part of it in our relationship. You're going to create something new together. So both of you remember from today on, you're going to create something new, tap into a bigger force that keeps you together. You know the first day you saw each other, I heard you guys used to kind of flirt when you were early in the cafeteria, but you didn't get to hang out. And now, you're going to go back into that same cafeteria, and that thing is now lined up. It's lined up. That creative force is now together for you. So we're going to sing the first love. You're going to walk together. All the brothers stand up.